Welcome everybody to our session on how to use the Primo V NDE customization package to customize a color theme. This is a series of videos we're doing on the Primo V NDE customization package. Each one of these videos follows along an accompanying blog, which also talks about the same topic. So this blog here will be referenced. If you're watching this via YouTube, it will be referenced in the description of the video in the YouTube with a link to this blog. So you can see both the blog and the video describing exactly what we're doing here, which, as stated, is customizing the color theme using the Primo V NDE customization package. And I will point out it's also possible to make a change to the color theme without using the customization package. However, in using the customization package, we can get to a much more detailed and specific color theme. So before we begin, let's take a look at what we've got now before we begin making any kind of change. I'm gonna get out of there and let's pop in from here. So if I'm in Alma and I come to Discovery, Display Configuration, Configure Views, I've got my views here. And I see that the second view here, which is EXL Dev1 Inst Alma _ NDE, has a check mark in the NDE column, meaning it is a view used by the Primo V NDE. And if I say here, go to view, we go to the view and this is what we see. And before we make the change in the customization package, I'm going to use a browser tool to see exactly how the change would look like and what the change needs to be. So let's go view this in Chrome because I like to use Chrome for what I'm about to do here. And let's just do any search here. I'll go to Library Catalog. I'll search for Library Science. And maybe I'll make it a little more specific. Okay, spelled something wrong there. There we go. Okay, so here's what we've got. Let's make that a tad larger. Here's what we've got. And I just want to see what do I need to change here? Or if I change what, then what happens? So I'm going to do F12 just to bring me to the console changer here. And I'm under sources, as you can see. You can use whatever you'd like. In fact, you don't even need to do what I'm doing now. I'm simply doing what I'm doing now to increase the understanding of what we're doing here. I hope it doesn't make it more complicated, but in order to show what are we actually changing, because in a moment we're going to change the CSS file, and I'm doing a test on the CSS file here. So you can see I'm under sources. I'm looking at NDE color theme. And I've got here the sys primary. I'm going to change the sys primary. Instead of being this purple theme, I'm going to change that to this color here, which is a green. And that should do it for that. I'm going to leave that as it is. I can change a couple more of these actually while I'm here. We change the sys primary. Oops, I need here that before it. Okay, and now you can see on top, this is now green. Because when I changed the sys primary, this became green, this upper. If I go compare that here, you see here it's not green. Also here, if I come into a search, we searched for library science. Just to keep all things equal, we're going to do the same search here, even though it really doesn't matter what we're searching for. And I'll do that also here in the library catalog. Okay, so here it's purple because that's what it's defined as. And here in the Chrome, where I changed my CSS file, the sys primary, it's green. So we know that if we change in the CSS, the sys primary to 6AD842, it will become green on the top there, and a few other places as well. But this is the specific place we're pointing to. But there's other places that the sys primary refers to. We won't get into all the details of what the sys primary does. It's beyond our scope at this stage. So let's go back to the blog now and see what we need to do. And this is already our second video, so we're a little more familiar with how we use the configuration package, but we're still going to go through all the steps. So we already did what we saw here. We saw that if we make this change here, we changed it to from 5E42D8 to 6AD842, and we saw that the top there becomes green, and a few other places as well. So now let's go make our change inside the customization package. So here we are in the view. We're going to go into the view and into the customization package, and we're going to download what we currently have. Before I download, I just want to show when I download, it's going to go first to the download. So I'm going to remove these so everything's clean. And then we're going to put it in, I have a dedicated directory here called Primo V NDE customization package. Not necessary that you do like I'm doing. I just want to keep everything clean here. And I'm going to rename, or let's even get rid of these old ones here. And I'm going to download, put it here, open it, or unzip it, and start making the changes. So here we are back in Alma in the view under the Manage Customization Package, Current View Customization Package, Download. And that is downloading, and it's already done. So now I'll go to my downloads, and I will take that with me. And we'll go now to the Primo V NDE customization package. I'll paste it. Here's what we just downloaded. Now we will unzip it. I will say 7-zip extract here. And here we are. Now, inside, we'll open this up. Under Assets, in our previous video, we looked at the images, the icons. Now we're going to CSS. We don't have any file here, but we can make a file here called Custom CSS and define what we want that sys primary to be. Let's go back to our blog. So edit the file Custom CSS in the customization package folder Asset CSS. If the file does not exist, then create it. So first of all, let's create it. We'll create a file called Custom CSS. Let's say new, whatever kind of file we want. We can make any file actually and then just rename it. So we will make Custom CSS. Okay. And now we will edit that file. And let's take our example right from the blog. Why work hard if somebody already did that for us? So here it is. We're going to say root. We're going to define that sys primary. The sys primary is what we know already makes the desired change. We already changed that in the CSS via the Chrome tool with the F12, and so it does what we want. And we're going to make that file. There it is. Make sure everything was copied okay. We got dash sys primary okay. And I've got a picture of it here. I'm going to indent a little bit, even though it's probably not necessary, but just so we have all things equal, everything looking the same. And let's indent one more. Okay, save. So now we've created this root sys primary, defining it with the 6AD842, which we saw is what makes it green. We close it, we did save it, and everything's good. Now, we need to zip everything back up again and load it into Alma. So that's what we're going to do here. As you can see, we go to the file, we do 7-zip, or however you want to zip. So custom CSS has been changed. We will come up one more time. And here we're going to zip this, and it's going to create this. So I'm going to delete the old one. Here we go. This is the one we changed, 1515. I'm going to go in and make sure, even though I trust myself, but let's go make sure. Yep, there's the file we changed. Okay. Back up, and up one more. Zip that. And now I've got my new zip file. This is what we're going to load into Alma. I'm going to leave this here with the purple just so we have the old version. Now we're going to load. So now we're going to say customization package, upload package. I'm still in the customization package tab, manage customization package tab. We'll upload that. We got a message that it was uploaded successfully. Now we're going to save. The save does a deploy. It's not enough that we only upload. We save that deployed, customization package successfully deployed. Now I already state sometimes it takes a little bit in order to see the changes in the browser. Same thing when we loaded the image. Sometimes you need to close and open, clear all your cache, try a different browser, etc. So we might not see it right away. And that's okay. That's the way the browser works. So let's now go again there. I'm going to come back here. Let's go to Discovery, Configure Views, just so I can go directly to the view. And from here, we will say, Go to View. Ah, it's already green. Fantastic. So the change was made. You can see now the color here as opposed to the color here. Here's what we had before, because here I haven't refreshed. So I still got what we used to have. And here we have successfully changed the color theme using the CSS file. Again, everything is in the blog, and there's also a reference in the blog here to using the customization package in the online help. So you're welcome also to come here and see this as well in the online help. And what I explained here, what we showed here in the blog, what we showed here for this video is also all explained here. Thanks a lot, everybody, for joining us, and we hope to see you in our next video. Have a nice day.